here we go. Hey everybody, it's me, Stuart. Today we're going to read a story called Frozen 2. It's about Elsa and Anna and Olaf and Sven and everybody. I can't wait. It's one of my favorite stories and movies to watch. Here we go. Many years ago, young princesses Anna and Elsa loved listening to their parents' stories about the past. One night, King Agnar told them about the Northuldra, people from an enchanted forest. The Northuldra had lived in harmony with the people of Arendelle, but then everything changed and the two sides went to war. Angered spirits trapped both sides in the forest, but King Agnar managed to escape. Were the Northuldra magical, like me? Asked Elsa, curiously. But her parents didn't have an answer. I wonder. Queen Iduna soothed her daughters to sleep with a lullaby about a special river called Aloud. Legend said the river held all the answers about the past. Do you think Aloud knows why I have powers? Asked Elsa. If Aloud is out there, I imagine it knows that and much more, answered the queen. Someone should really try to find it, said Elsa, as she closed her eyes and drifted off to sleep. Later, Anna woke up and ran to the window. She looked out excitedly at the northern lights before calling to Elsa. The sky's awake, so I'm awake, so we have to play. And so they did. Many playtimes and many years went by since that moment under the northern lights. Though their parents were gone, Anna and Elsa always cared for each other, even when circumstances forced them apart as they grew up. Now, with Elsa the Queen of Arendelle, the sisters were closer than ever. They also had a group of friends, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven, who were like family to them. Though their lives were busy, the one thing the friends always made time for was family games night. Tonight, they were playing charades. It was Elsa's turn, but Anna struggled to guess what her sister was acting out and knew something was bothering her. Are you okay? Asked Anna. Just tired, replied Elsa, forcing a smile. Good night, she added, as she abruptly left and went upstairs. I wonder what's wrong. Moments later, Anna arrived to check on Elsa. You're wearing Mother's scarf, she said to Elsa, concerned. You do that when something's wrong. Elsa didn't want to worry Anna, but something was wrong. A voice was calling to her. It seemed as though no one else could hear it, but it tugged at her, as if trying to draw her out of the kingdom. Though she tried with all her might, she couldn't silence it. I wonder what it is. Later that night, Elsa was woken up by the mysterious voice. It was calling to her once again. As much as she wanted it to stop, she also couldn't help feeling curious. Did the voice belong to someone magical, like her? She sang in response to the voice, and a thought came to her. She carefully used her magic to toss snow out into the air. Images she had never seen before blossomed from her fingertips and surrounded her. Wow. Fascinated, Elsa blasted out her magic, and an enormous shock wave shot across the fjord. The rain froze into small crystals that hung suspended in the air. Elsa looked around, stunned and frightened by what she had done. The deafening sound startled Anna awake, and she raced to the balcony, searching for Elsa. As their eyes met, a blast of blinding light came from the north, and the crystals dropped to the ground. Wow. As the crystals fell, Arendelle transformed. Water stopped flowing, fire vanished, the wind kicked up and pushed villagers out of their homes, and the ground rippled like the sea. Through the chaos, Anna and Kristoff led everyone up to the cliffs. Once everyone was safely above Arendelle, Elsa told Anna about the voice. She explained that the voice had shown her the enchanted forest. Elsa knew she needed to travel there. I'm going with you, insisted Anna. The ground rumbled again, but this time it was the mountain trolls rolling through the pass. Grandpappy went straight to Elsa. Both of them could feel that the spirits of nature were angry. He explained there was a great wrong that needed mending. Without it being fixed, Pappy could see no future. When no one can see no future, all one can do is the next right thing, he added. To do that, Elsa knew she needed to find the voice. And for the first time, Anna, I am not afraid, she said. Grandpappy motioned to Anna and told her that he would take care of the villagers, but she needed to watch over Elsa. I won't let anything happen to her, Anna promised. At dawn, Anna, Kristoff, Olaf, and Sven joined Elsa, and they began their long journey north. They passed many places they had seen before, and continued even further into the unknown. As the day turned to evening, everyone was tired of Olaf's ceaseless chatter. Since he had learned to read, he had been full of fun facts, and he had felt that their trip was the perfect excuse to share them all. Silly Olaf. Did you know that water has memory? Olaf asked. Did you know men are 6 times more likely to be struck by lightning? Sorry, Kristoff. As the night came to an end, Elsa asked Kristoff to stop the sleigh. I hear it. I hear the voice, she said. Up ahead, over a small rise in the road, was a vast wall of glittering mist. Elsa stopped a safe distance away, saying nothing as her friends joined her. Kristoff and Olaf were far less patient. As they neared the mist, Kristoff raised his hand and touched it. The group watched as his hand sprang back towards him. Olaf made a run for it and bounced off like he was hitting a balloon. He giggled and did it over and over again. Elsa reached for Anna's hand, drawing on her sister's strength. Slowly the mist parted before them. Promise me we'll do this together, Anna said. Elsa replied, I promise. The mist continued to roll back, revealing 4 stone monoliths, each with a symbol carved into it. As they passed the pillars, the mist closed behind Elsa, Anna, and their friends, trapping them inside. Oh no. The sparkling colors in the mist shifted and aligned, and something about it changed. When they reached out and touched it, the mist pushed back. Wow. Suddenly, they were propelled free of the mist and into a clearing. What was that? Kristoff asked. Olaf touched the mist they had just emerged from. It had returned to being bouncy. Well, it let us in, but it clearly doesn't want to let us out, Kristoff said. Bright side, the forest is beautiful, Elsa added. With the soft rays of the sun illuminating the forest, it was like walking through a dream. The towering trees, with their shimmering golden leaves, stretched towards the sky. The group slowed their pace, staggered by the beauty all around them. After exploring the forest for a little while, the wind spirit appeared, picking up Olaf as if he was as light as a feather. The strength of the current broke him into pieces, whirling him round and round. As everyone tried to help, they got swept up in the windstorm too. Oh no. Elsa used her magic to stop a branch from slamming into Anna, which caused the wind spirit to push everyone but Elsa out of its grasp. Desperately, Elsa threw a steady stream of snow towards the center of the swirling vortex. Wow. The wind swirled tightly around Elsa until finally she opened her arms, blasting out her powers. Snow filled the air and froze into beautiful ice sculptures. Each one appeared to represent a moment in time. Elsa had never created anything like it before. Water has memory, said Olaf, explaining to everyone why the ice sculptures are showing moments from the past. With Elsa finally free, the group studied the sculptures. One of them in particular captured their attention. It was Elsa and Anna's father when he was younger, cradled in the arms of a Northuldra girl. Suddenly, they heard noises coming from the bushes. Anna broke off an ice sword from one of Elsa's sculptures. Before they knew it, they were surrounded by a group of people, including soldiers. It was the trapped Northuldra and Arendelians from King Agnar's story. Still at odds after so many years, the leader of the Northuldra, Yelena, immediately began bickering with the Arendellian lieutenant, Matthias. Anna took a step forwards. Suddenly, believing she was about to attack, both the Northuldra and the Arendellians rushed towards the group. Elsa used her powers to send them all slipping to the ground. "That was magic," said Matthias. "Did you see that?" "Of course I saw it," Yolana responded. Olaf went over to greet one of the Northuldra. His name was Ryder. He introduced his sister, Honeymaren, to the talking snowman and the rest of the group. Anna stared at Matthias, trying to figure out where she knew him from. Finally, she blurted, "Library, second portrait on the left. You were our father's official guard." He was overjoyed to hear their father was King Agnar and that he had made it back to Arendelle. Yolana burst forwards, wanting to know what sorcery the girls had used to come through the mist and awaken the spirits. Anna explained that Elsa had been born with magic. "Did you know that your grandfather, your king, despised magic?" Yolana asked. "He only feared how people like you could exploit it," Matthias responded. "The spirits turned against you for your actions." "You were trapped here too," Yolana shouted back. Out of nowhere, a bright flash appeared. "Fire spirit!" Yolana yelled. The ball of fire dashed around a tree, sending it up in flames. Chaos erupted as it blazed a trail through the forest, burning everything in its path. Elsa raced behind it, using her magic to try and stop the fire from spreading. When she finally managed to chase it down, she saw that the fire spirit was a small salamander. Looking deep into its terrified eyes, she understood its feeling of pain and fear. She gently held out her hand and it scampered onto it, enjoying her cool touch. As she calmed the fire spirit down, the flames died. Moments later, Elsa heard the voice that had been calling out to her. The salamander heard it too, and helped Elsa realize she had to travel even further north. Cute little guy. When Anna reached Elsa, they held each other tightly. Anna was angry that Elsa had put herself in danger by chasing the flames, but both of them were grateful to be safe, if only for the moment. Elsa pulled out their mother's scarf and wrapped it around Anna, knowing it would comfort her. Ryder and Honeymaren were intrigued by it. Elsa explained that it had been a gift from their father to their mother. It had been one of her most cherished possessions. Recognizing the symbols on the scarf, Ryder took the sisters back to the ice sculptures Elsa had created. Elsa compared their mother's scarf to the one the young girl was wearing. They were identical. The girl who had saved their father had been Northuldra. The two opposing sides were bewildered by the discovery of the sacrifice one enemy had made for another. Suddenly, their differences, anger, and suspicions melted away. When everyone had gathered together for stew and glog, Anna began talking to Matthias. He shared with Anna some wisdom he had learned from his father. Just when you think you found your way, life will throw you onto a new path. Anna knew what came after that. A person just needed to do the next right thing. Yeah. Meanwhile, Honeymaren was explaining the symbols on Elsa's scarf. Air, fire, water, and earth, she said, pointing at each of them. She pointed out a fifth spirit, said to be a bridge between people and the magic of nature. Some say they heard it call out the day the forest fell, she added. My father heard it. Do you think that's who's calling me? Asked Elsa. Maybe. Alas, only Atahalan knows, replied Honeymaren. Elsa was now certain that she had to follow the call to set everyone free. Later on, Elsa took Anna to one side and told her sister she had decided to follow the voice even further north. Anna refused to let her go alone. Anna desperately looked around for Kristoff, but couldn't find him anywhere. Holding back tears, Anna asked Yolana to pass a message to Kristoff. She then headed north with Elsa and Olaf. Yolana found Kristoff in a clearing. She passed on the message from Anna that she'd headed north with Elsa. Left alone in the clearing, Kristoff struggled to believe Anna had left without him. He walked sadly through the forest, trying to sort out his feelings and wondering whether or not he had a place in Anna's future. Aww. Further north, Elsa led Anna and Olaf up a large hill. As she followed the mysterious voice, Soon, they were looking down at an old Arendellian shipwreck, its tattered flag waving sadly in the wind. Anna and Elsa ran down to take a closer look. They gasped when they realized it was their parents' ship. All three of them ran down to take a closer look, making sure to search the wreck carefully from top to bottom. They soon discovered a map that proved their parents had been trying to find Atoll Holland. Using her magic, Elsa pulled moisture from the old ship and created ice sculptures like those she created back in the forest. As the wind spirits swept past each sculpture, they revealed the story of their parents' journey. Voices from the past echoed, showing Elsa, Anna, and Olaf that the king and queen were seeking answers about Elsa's magic when the crashing waves overcame them. Oh no. Overwhelmed with guilt, Elsa decided she had to continue alone. She waved her hands, creating an ice boat, and sent Anna and Olaf sliding down a hill. Anna tried to stop the boat and thought she had been successful as it changed its course and slid across dry land. But when it dropped down a slope, Anna and Olaf slipped into a river of sleeping earth giants. "Hang on, Olaf," said Anna. Using a branch, she directed their boat away from the earth giants, only to drop down a waterfall. Oh no. Meanwhile, Elsa had finally reached the dark sea. She narrowed her eyes as she looked with determination past the mountainous waves to the other side. Taking a deep breath, she sprinted onto the sea, creating snowflakes at her feet. But the strength of the waves quickly knocked her down. Elsa pulled herself back to the shore and leapt onto a nearby boulder. As a wave came towards her, she froze it and used it as a slide, but the next wave smashed it to pieces and she dived into the water. She had no time to notice the enormous water knock watching her. Wow, there's a water knock. Deep beneath the dark waters, a lightning flash illuminated the water knock. It swam up to Elsa and looked her in the eyes before disappearing in the next lightning strike. Elsa pulled herself to the top of the water and climbed onto some floating ice she created. The water knock surfaced at speed and rammed the ice, breaking it and tossing Elsa back into the water. The two battled, both above and under the raging sea, but then Elsa used her magic to make an ice bridle. She grabbed the reins and swung onto the water knock's back. At first, it bucked, but soon she was riding it to the opposite shore. Wow! Once safely across the dark sea, Elsa removed the bridle from the water knock. Her journey was at an end. The mysterious voice was now silent, and for the first time in her life, Elsa felt completely at ease. Her adventures in the north had changed her, freed her. Elsa had no doubt that peace and harmony were finally going to be restored to the unbalanced land. Across the sea, Anna and Olaf's boat landed them in lost caverns. They got out and explored their surroundings, illuminated by Anna's torch. Suddenly, an ice sculpture began to form before their eyes. They were relieved. This meant Elsa had made it across the dark sea. Anna looked closely at the ice sculpture, and she immediately knew why Elsa had sent it as a message. It explained what had happened in the forest all those years ago. Anna wondered how she could correct all the wrongs of the past. Then she remembered the advice given to her by Matthias. Do the next right thing. So with that, Anna took a step forwards, confident that Arendelle would soon be safe again, and the people trapped in the enchanted forest would be set free. The end. Wow. I love that story about Elsa and Anna. Elsa saving the day once again. Good job, everybody. What a good story. Alright, well, thanks for watching. Be sure to check out my other videos. See ya! Thanks for watching. See you next time.